Welcome to Extraordinary League, an actual play RPG podcast brought to you by Smash Fiction. I'm Dan Mulkerin, your game master. Playing Stitch is Kit Mulkerin.
Hi.
Playing Mordin Solus is Colin Mulkerin.
I am the very model of a role-playing Mulkerian. I own so many RPGs you'd think I'm a librarian. From great campaigns to one-shot games that end with an apology. My nerdery runs deep in me, it's part of my biology. My taste run from the cutting edge back to the antiquarian. I am the very model of a role-playing Mulkerian.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Did you just want to make up for the last couple of times when you've forgotten to come up with something?
Yes, that was the plan.
Well done, sir. You are back in the fold. Playing Dante Sparta is Liz Logan.
I don't have a quote, so take the Zoolander one. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Could very well be a Dante Sparta one. Playing Sterling Archer is Miles Schneider.
Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now and at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen.
Amen. All right. So previously, you all had traveled to one of a number of parallel Earths in search of a League cell, which had gone missing when it was pursuing Phyrexians in this out-of-the-way dimension. You ended up in an area called Jurassic Park, and while pursuing the signal...
What was that name? Let me write that down. Hold on. Jurassic.
Yes, Jurassic. Right? Like there's the Triassic and Cretaceous. This is Jurassic. Right. Okay. Jurassic Park.
With a J. Jurassic Park. Okay.
Right. Good goofs. Good goofs.
Joke 'em ups.
And so with your DDC reprogrammed to trace the energy signature of an android member of the League, you have been traveling through the jungle, got nearly/definitely stampeded on by Triceratops, to be as applicable to your particular situation, and ended up falling off a ledge, landing in the jungle below.
Oh my god, did my coat survive? I can't remember.
I think it did. I think you got it.
After the intense athleticism you went through to get it, yes, your coat did survive, although it may not be entirely in mint condition.
You parachuted with it.
You did parachute with it.
That's right.
Tried to parachute with it, let's put it that way.
As the scene opens, the four of you are heading through the jungle in the direction of the energy signature given off by this other League member. As the camera pans over each of you, what does it see?
Me in shambles over my torn coat.
So did it get torn?
Slightly. But like...
Where did it get torn?
In like a cool Vincent Valentine way at the bottom?
I was just going to say in like a cool, sexy way where it like reveals the ripples of my abs.
So it reveals
it's already pretty revealing. Yeah. I don't wear a shirt, but...
I don't know that it usually covers up your abs anyway, so just more so. Like it just tore arrows, like holes in the shapes of arrows that are just pointing at your abs now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only logical conclusion.
Sounds about right.
I am rubbing my eyes before putting my night vision goggles back on and then belching mightily.
Okay. You're feeling pretty beat up there, Archer. You took quite a beating.
Oh, I know. I took like 50 damage.
Yeah, not too great.
I'm not great right now.
Yep.
In that case, I'm probably going up to Archer and trying to inject him with things.
Okay.
Do you have booze?
I say not advisable in your current condition.
No, seriously, even some of like the rubbing alcohol stuff would be fine.
Hold still. I'm going to administer Metagel to Archer.
Oh, god damn it.
All right, Colin, you can take off one use of your Metagel.
Yes.
That recovers 50 if I'm not mistaken.
You are not.
Okay, so Archer, you recover 50.
Sweet.
All right, Stitch, after looking super cool from dismounting his cool Triceratops board, is just going back to beep booping that weird thing he had.
Okay.
If it doesn't respond to the beep boops, he chews on it a bit. Then kind of hits it against the ground, and then beep boops again.
Okay. Just trying as hard as you can to maroon yourself in this strange alien dimension. And you're definitely making progress, I have to say. Like, the antenna sticking up out of the top with the parabolic dish on it is kind of at this right angle. And the dish is usually like supposed to rotate at all times, but it's kind of like rotates part way and then kind of like snaps back and then rotates part way and snaps back. So, it's been given the Stitch treatment for sure.
Can I try and walk up behind Stitch and I want to take the device away?
All right, oppose.
You may make the attempt. So
can I neural shock Stitch?
Do the oppose.
Kid, are you all right with this?
I will oppose.
Okay, but you're all right
As a
with him
player.
messing with. You're all right
Oh,
as a
yeah,
player
yeah.
with him messing with
I
your
mean,
character.
I'm Stitch. I don't blame you for
Okay.
trying to do this.
All right, so Stitch, you have to roll an endurance check.
Okay. Stitch got a green.
Stitch got a green. Colin, what does a green mean on neural shock?
That means that he is stunned.
Okay, so Stitch jolts and your fur stands on end. Mordin, you can safely retrieve the DDC if you wish.
I'm gonna say
I snatch
Stitch
it away.
goes like a plank, like stiff like a plank, and then just falls over, cartoon style.
All right.
So yeah, I snatch the I snatch it away and I try to find another path to our target. I look at it's probably like rerouting.
Yeah,
after he
basically.
fell off the step, after he fell off the
Make the next
the cliff.
U-turn.
yes.
Yeah, you don't know what Stitch reprogrammed it to find. It was leading you off in a completely different direction.
Oh, great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It was probably going to Hawaii.
Probably.
From Costa Rica, where we are
one,
now.
Kid?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, so the rain by this point has stopped. It's still nighttime out, and the ground is just a muddy mess as you guys continue to slog through the jungle. Eventually, you come across a slight break in the trees. You see there's what looks like a little like dirt access road down here. Up on top of a nearby muddy hill, you can see that there's a gray and red Jeep with a logo of a skeletal Tyrannosaurus in profile on the sides and the hood. The Jeep, yeah, it's on top of this muddy hill, and there's a metal cable on a winch in the front of it, which is tied around a tree, kind of down the hill. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to examine the Jeep? Do you want to keep going? Do you want to do something else?
Yeah, let's examine it.
All right.
Is Stitch not stiff anymore?
Stitch has recovered rather quickly from the neural shock.
I go up to Stitch. I'm like, "Oh, are you
What about
okay?
Dante?
You had some sort of neural event there, it seems."
Stitch kind of blinks up at Mordin a few times, lowers his ears in a suspicious manner, and then kind of stalks away on four legs, just like giving him the eyes. Then he stands up for a moment and does that like two fingers at both their eyes kind of motion.
Stitch has minimal trust for alien doctors. All right, so who's investigating the Jeep and in what fashion?
I
I
am.
shall fetch a Jeep.
Okay, Archer is declaring his intent.
I just started running over. I'm running.
All right.
to it.
So
Yeah, I'll
Archer,
go over there too.
Archer and Dante make it to the Jeep while Stitch is threateningly eyeing Mordin. You guys open the driver's side door, trying to, get to the driver's seat first. And as the door flies open, you guys can see that there's the decaying body of a rather portly man sitting in the driver's seat, who had a lot of his soft tissues viciously devoured. It's a really gruesome sight. Like, there's a lot of exposed muscle and bone and viscera, and whatever did this was obviously not at all gentle about it. Very rough, like claw marks and teeth marks all around it.
Does
Looks
this
like
mean
somebody wasn't wearing his seatbelt. Am I right?
Does this mean I get to perform an autopsy? I'm so excited.
I mean,
I'm just
The
like
boner down alien thing.
I'm just like, oh, this looks like what happens to me after I ate 2 boxes of Domino's pizza. Ugh.
Oh god.
your face and your torso decay.
Oh, not sponsored. Not sponsoring our podcast tonight. Domino's Pizza.
Domino's Pizza
All right, wait,
will destroy your soft tissues.
Papa John's. Pizza Hut. And all of them.
So are we also trying to offend all pizza companies?
Yep.
Is that on our list?
Little Caesars, you're on notice.
You can Stitch kind of walk over on all fours, sniffing, gets over to the body and and reels away from like the stench.
Yeah,
First of all.
it's real bad.
Ugh. Can I do some like kind of perception check to notice anything besides stinky dead dude?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can take a look around.
All right. Remember, I have like 3 kinds of vision, very good hearing and smell.
Okay.
What should I? Okay.
Um,
Just roll on
roll on your enhanced senses.
just a green.
Okay, Stitch begins to look around. In the meantime, Mordin, did you want to dive into this?
Yeah,
This specimen.
I want to doctor it up.
Okay,
Do
so
my doctoring.
describe to me how
Seriously,
you're.
we're giving this guy an autopsy. He clearly wasn't wearing his seatbelt. What is so hard about this?
Go ahead and describe to me how you're performing the examination.
Yeah, sounds good. Are any of the electronics in the Jeep still working? Could I flip on some lights?
Would the battery still be on? I'm gonna say the battery is dead.
Okay, cool. I'll just use the flashlight app on my Omni tool, and
Okay.
and yeah, I'm gonna just. I guess I'll just start. Does Mordin ever wear gloves? I mean, probably.
Probably.
We'll say that I'll pull out I'll slide on some gloves and I'll pull out. I have a little like toolkit, or actually no, since my Omni tool can form little holographic projections, like an Omni blade or whatever. We'll say I have like some tweezers and like a scalpel that I can like pull out, and
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
just form some sort of basic medical instruments.
Yeah, out of like solid holographic force field thingies. So yeah, I'm gonna start like cutting away his clothing and then using little tweezers to kind of pull aside tissue and start going through, examine the wound, see if I can figure out what caused it, try and look for any foreign substances on his body, that kind of thing.
Why don't you give me a reason roll with a bonus for treatment?
As he's doing this, I want to jump in from the other side of the Jeep and sit in the passenger side seat and just kind of stare at Mordin while he's doing this and like smile at him.
All right, I'm gonna use karma.
Okay.
With karma, that becomes yellow. Oh, I only have 20 karma in my pool.
Okay.
So,
Probably not a lot to work with then.
yeah, so I'll just use the 10, and I'm down to 10 karma.
Okay.
So yeah, it's yellow.
It looks like he was definitely fed upon by some sort of wild animal. And given the disparity between some of the claw marks and jaw marks, you're thinking it was actually more than one distinct animal, probably of the same species, but different members. You do manage to find a strange tar-like dark substance sort of splattered around what remains of this guy's face. Your analysis reveals
praising
that
Jesus Christ.
it's some sort of mild corrosive. It doesn't look like it did much damage to his epidermis, but given the fact that it appears to have gotten directly in his eyes, you're guessing it probably was intended to cause blinding.
Cool.
Stitch,
I want to take a sample.
You begin to take the sample. Stitch, as you are looking around the area, you happen to notice that there's several sets of three-toed footprints that are sort of crisscrossing the area in the mud, not quite concealed by the rain. They eventually lead you off toward an area of growth. You see up ahead of you is a small, kind of cute-looking creature standing on its hind legs. It's about as large as you are, maybe slightly taller, but like much thinner. And it just, it's a lizard-looking thing. It just sort of like bobs its head backward and gives this little like cooing, chirping sound as it looks at you.
Does everybody see it or just Stitch?
Just Stitch.
Stitch's ears
Good.
perk up,
Thank God.
tilts his head, and stands up and puts up one of his cute little hands and is like, "Hello."
The thing rears back. It opens up bright flaps around its head, and its cute cooing turns into this horrific roar. And then all of you hear a similar roar erupt from the brush around you as you see a bunch of these things sort of just pop up out of nowhere. Let's roll initiative, shall we? Stitch?
8.
Mordin?
6.
Dante?
8.
And Archer?
4.
4. So Stitch is up first.
All right, so they're screaming at him, huh?
Yep.
And he's surrounded.
Loosely. It's basically like the little open area that you guys are in is surrounded by these things.
His ears pull back in alarm, and he's whipping his head around to look at all of them, and then looks the first one that he said hello to and is being super rude to him.
Very rude.
And he's gonna roar back at it.
Okay.
And I don't know. I guess that's using intimidation.
I guess you're intimidating,
He
yeah.
does have that. What do I roll?
Roll me Psyche with the bonus for Intimidate.
Okay. Not super good. He's just too cute. No, that's a white.
All right, the creature is not impressed. Dante.
Oh, this is the worst concert ever. I'm gonna just take my sword and just like run towards whichever one is nearest.
Okay, go for it.
I always forget how to play this. Green.
Okay, fantastic. So with a single swing of your sword, one of the creatures drops. Mordin, you are up.
Yeah, I guess I will cryoblast one of them.
Cool.
Yellow.
All right. So you fling off a burst of basically pure cold at one of them. It immediately ices over and topples to the ground where it shatters.
Yay.
We are on the Dilophosaurus's turn. There's 6 of them left. One is definitely going for Stitch. Stitch, it opens up its mouth and lets loose like a nasty jet of black nastiness.
Okay. As far as I can tell.
It hits you basically square in the face, and you can feel it burning your eyes. It's quite painful. You are blinded. I'm going to say that Dante kind of made himself a little bit of a conspicuous target. So I'm going to say that 2 of them... No, I'm going to say 3 of them are going for you. Dante, you are incredibly lucky. You managed to leap up and out of the range of their poison spray and managed to avoid it hitting your eyes.
Can I say that as I do that, since I sort of saw, hopefully, Stitch get blinded, that I lifted up my coat and that, cut I was really upset about, I've now used that as a little slit for my eyes, and I have it, over my head to protect myself.
Very good. Mordin, you have one coming at you.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit you.
Okay.
That's definitely a paddling.
That's a paddling.
And Mordin, you are blinded.
What?
However, because you have analyzed it, I will say that if you spend your turn and treat yourself, you know how to counteract the effects of the toxin.
Sweet, sounds good.
Archer, one of them comes at you, opens its mouth, and sprays you full in the face. However, you are wearing your night vision goggles and are unaffected.
Oh!
Woo! Paid off.
Archer, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm having a bit of a conflict here, you guys, because I've started to realize that what's happening, these are dinosaurs, and this is kind of awesome. You know what I mean? You guys know what dinosaurs are, but they're pretty awesome, and these are real. Now, I also think that they're probably endangered species. It might not be totally cool to just start shooting at them. On the other hand, as anyone who read the Bennington piece in '96 would know, that the Dilophosaurus didn't actually, spit venom, and if it did have one of these kind of frill things, it wouldn't have used them while attacking. That's more of a mating behavior. So really, when you kind of think about it, these aren't actually animals. I pull out my gun.
And as he's doing that, can I yell down from the trees, "They're related to crocodiles and alligators"?
You absolutely can.
That is... I start shooting.
All right, go for it.
And that is a yellow.
Excellent. You have bullseyed it. Where would you like to hit it?
How about right in the mouth where the fucking spray came from?
There you go. Boom, headshot indeed. The back of the creature's head explodes out, and it is dead. Stitch, it is your turn. You are blind.
He kind of scratches futilely at his face and trying to unblind himself, but just gets himself more frustrated and winds up charging straight ahead at where he last saw the thing.
Okay, in hopes that it is still there.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. You are going to be at -4 columns to hit.
Damn.
Oh, no, not Stitch's night.
All right. Stitch, you knock over a tree in the process of charging forward. But alas, no Dilophosaurus.
Dante.
Dante.
Didn't destroy an endangered animal, but you did destroy an endangered plant, so that's worth something.
Yeah, that was way more endangered than the Dilophosaurus, too. So.
Now, is this tree the tree that I'm in?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit.
Nice job, Liz.
Way to give him ideas.
So, as the tree I'm on is rapidly falling, I am going to jump off of it, go actually kill the Dilophosaurus that attacked Stitch, and hopefully stab it to death. While yelling timber, obviously.
Of course.
Obviously.
Okay, yellow.
Very nice. You plunge your sword into the thing and dispatch it quickly. Mordin, you are blind.
Cool. So my force field didn't stop that?
It did not. It was not moving quickly enough to be picked up.
My name's Dan. Yeah. So I said.
Well, I do say that.
Okay, I'm gonna get the things out of my eyes.
Okay, you don't have to roll for that. You just basically immediately apply an antitoxin from your Omni tool. You just you can type into your Omni tool without looking.
If I type, you mean just wave my hands like I'm doing semaphore?
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Exactly. The antitoxin is introduced into your bloodstream, and your eyes clear.
Huzzah.
The Dilophosaurus are attacking. Hey, each of you has a dance partner. That's convenient. Stitch. One of them jumps on you and begins gnawing at you, but I don't believe they can get through your body armor. So I think you're okay.
Just feel like a slight pressure.
Yep. Dante, you are getting hit unless you wish to try to dodge or block.
I will dodge.
Go for it.
Oh, green.
Very good. You managed to leap out of the way of its gnashing, biting jaws. Mordin, that's a hit, but I'm going to say your force field takes that one.
Yay.
And Archer. No. This thing basically trips in the mud and almost goes sprawling on its own face.
Oh, good.
Archer,
I like
it is
that.
your turn, sir.
Well, while it's lying there, sprawled on its own face, I'm going to shoot it in the
Sounds
head.
good. Go for it.
No, I am
Okay,
not.
well,
Although that is no, that's a white. We'll go with
yeah,
that.
sounds
Yeah.
good. Stitch, you are still blind.
All right. This thing that is gnawing on him. Stitch's 2 extra arms pop out of his side, and he's gonna try and grab the thing.
Okay.
He's chewing on him.
Give me some strength bonus for wrestling.
All right. Oh my god! I literally rolled a 1.
Okay, nope.
Jesus.
You are flailing in the mud as this thing is clinging to your back and chewing on
These
you.
dice betray me one more time. They're gone.
Dante.
So is the thing on top of Stitch?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna like freak out and be like, oh my god, my dog. I'm gonna rip off my coat, and I'm going to take my coat and like put it over Stitch and the dinosaur, thinking it'll help. And then because I don't want to get the gunk on me, but I also want an excuse to take off my clothes. And then I'm gonna start punching where I think the dinosaur is under the coat in the hopes of helping Stitch. This is just where my mind's at right now.
Yeah, no, I got you.
That is the most roundabout assist I've ever heard in my life.
Is it an assist? Is it?
Oh man, I don't even know where to go with this. Okay,
Work out the mechanics on that one.
just roll me
Dan.
some straight fighting with no bonuses.
All right.
To possibly punch me and the dinosaur.
I'm so sorry. I got a 76, so I'm sure
Okay.
that's gonna be good.
All right, so you
Yeah, that's a yellow. That's a yellow.
Yep. You squint, throw your coat over, and then just start wailing on one of the 2 lumps writhing beneath. You pull back your coat, and you find that the one that was trying to eat Stitch has died and is partially splattered now on the inside of your coat.
Oh,
I'd be like,
no.
Haha, bitch. You didn't eat Stitch. You ate shit.
Mordin, it is your turn.
Rex.
Hey, guys. What killed the dinosaurs?
A meteor.
The Ice
The
Age.
Ice Age.
I'm going to cryoblast one of them.
Okay.
It actually was mostly a meteor.
Not according to
the
not
meteor.
according to our patron saint, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
The meteor had a lot to do with,
Asteroid.
the clouds of ash that were killing they're big animals.
Yeah.
That's why the mammal survived.
All right, I kill
And
him.
crocodiles,
With ice.
Archer.
And sharks.
I
This
wish
has been Smash Fiction Science Corner.
Apparently, they were killed by. Yeah, I think you're right. It was in fact a meteor because this apparently does nothing.
Asteroid?
I got a white. So
All right, so you managed to flash freeze a large stagnant puddle nearby. The Dilophosaurus.
did my quipping beforehand give me any assistance in
Yeah, I'll
making
say it
this-
gives you a +1, right? +1 column.
Okay, that's still white, so never mind.
Okay, so
All right.
well, it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be like me.
And get eaten by a dinosaur, which is about to happen to you.
Yes, and blind myself when I'm wearing night vision goggles.
Dante and Archer, you guys are both in danger of getting bitten by a dinosaur right now. You may either dodge or block, as is your wont.
I will dodge. I just got a 98
Okay,
on my dodge roll, so that's a red.
that'll do. And Dante?
I failed.
Okay, Dante, you get hit for 10 damage, and we are at Archer.
Shooting.
All right,
Shooting. Yellow.
very good. Where would you like to hit it?
Eye.
In the eye. Another headless Dilophosaurus hits the ground.
Yes.
Stitch, there are 2 left.
Suck it, evolution.
Am I still blind?
You are no longer blind.
Ah.
You
can
are
see that
covered
there's-
by my coat.
yes, you are.
I open my eyes and I think I'm still blind, but then I start trying to slash my way out of Dante's coat.
Oh man.
Ah!
Oh, cardinal sin. If that's what you want to do, I'll just let you do it.
I'm gonna be naked the rest of this.
Kit is not.
Hey, you know what?
complaining.
Wait. I'm okay with that.
All right, so
so Stitch is like,
Are
like tearing its way out of this coat.
How am I the only person here who's not at another member of the party's throat?
I know.
Stitch.
And you're like one of the most competent for some reason.
I tried my hardest not to be last game.
Stitch tears open Dante's coat.
And he can see.
Yep.
And he sees Dante, and he sees a dead dinosaur next to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, hi.
Best
he
friend.
looks up at him so thankfully.
Dante, it is your turn.
I obviously have to run to Stitch and scoop him up and like hug him like my long lost puppy. While that music plays in the background.
I will point out there is a dinosaur trying to eat you at the moment.
This is more important.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
No, so as I do that, I want to like with my foot just kind of like kick it as I start to run off.
Sure.
Without even looking, just kick.
Oh no, I got a white. Oh god.
All right. So
face plant.
No, I'll say that you kick at the thing and it like grabs your foot in its mouth and tears your boot off.
Oh.
You are gonna be naked.
I am
I'm just trying to strip off his clothing. Yeah.
What is this strip RPGs?
And then I'm gonna actually no, I'm not gonna do that yet. Okay, but you do have Stitch in your arms, and that's the most important thing.
I'm gonna write that down, Miles. I do some RPG design. Strip RPG future project.
Market that shit.
Okay, I swear to the audience that if we manage to get Dante fully naked, I will draw this fan art.
Oh my god, please.
Write your Congress people, everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Dante, I'm just gonna be dealing damage to you in the form of pieces of clothing from now on. Mordin, it is your turn.
Okay.
There are two dinosaurs left. One is attacking Archer and one is attacking you and one is attacking Dante.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the one that's attacking me with my hand cannon. Got a red.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically vaporize the Dilophosaurus.
Huzzah.
The final Dilophosaurus, with Dante's boot firmly in its mouth, turns and runs into the jungle.
You little bitch.
That is, Archer, you have a moment to act if you wish.
I will.
Okay, what are you going to do?
What do you think I'm going to do, Dan?
Drink?
It's a fair guess, but let's go for option 2.
Okay.
That is a green.
Very good. You managed to peg the thing just as it's about to disappear into the underbrush.
Phrasing.
Oh, man.
And it drops dead.
That's disgusting.
Dante, you have your boot is now available to you, although there is a dead dinosaur attached to it.
Did you guys see that? That was totally ninja.
I have to cut the dinosaur's head off first, and then while its head is in my hand, then I take my boot out, and then I throw the dinosaur head, and then I kick it, and then I go, bitch!
Why would you not just have a boot with a dinosaur head attached to it?
That's just, I don't know, that's just too dirty.
It could be like a Lucky Charm, like your rabbit's foot, but dino head.
There's going to be maggots all over that in like no time.
Fair point. Once again, Archer is the voice of reason.
Now I have one shitty boot. How am I supposed to walk? Whatever.
You're a devil. You don't need shoes.
Dan, I'm gonna walk out holding Dennis Nedry's shoes. I'm gonna say, Are you a size 10?
This is from Dante's spin-off series, Devil's Never Callous.
The Devil wore New Balance, apparently.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have a Jeep. You have some dead dinosaurs. You have a very dead human. You have mud. You have jungle. And you have possibilities. An endless world of possibilities. What do you do?
All right.
Dude, those dinosaurs are at least as dead as that human.
Pretty dead. Pretty dead.
Yeah.
Should we perhaps try to repair this vehicle?
You want to get in that car? You go right ahead.
I say, if none of you find the smell offensive.
I find the smell offensive.
Yeah, Stitch makes a face.
I have a solution. I'm going to open the driver door of the Jeep, and I'm going to rip the entire driver's seat out with the guy's body on it.
Wasn't he in the passenger seat when he got eaten by the Dilophosaurus?
I thought he was in the driver's seat.
I thought he was driving.
Driver's seat, yeah, he's driving.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Either way, I like the way you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna rip out the entire seat, and
just put like a tree stump there instead.
No. I'm gonna make Stitch sit there, and I will sit on top of Stitch and drive the Jeep.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, sure. I'm like, you're strong, right?
Fluffy and not Stitch.
Let me make sure I can fix this thing. I'm like a sort of all around do science and technology related person, but I don't know if I can fix this old antique Earth car. It might be beyond help.
I feel like if there's jumper cables, I would offer my nipples to jump the car.
What the fuck?
Because I'm electric. And hot.
Oh my. Oh, Dante.
Oh, Liz.
Oh, just shy of yellow. I got a green.
Okay. It's actually pretty simple. Basically, the battery's just dead, but you sort of figure out the voltage that needs to go into the battery. And,
Can I neural shock it?
yeah, I mean, like, your Omni tool has a stronger battery than the one in this vehicle.
Right.
So
Fancy
you're
future battery.
easily able to jumpstart it.
Sweet.
The problem is, it looks like the vehicle got stuck in the mud, which you imagine was why this guy had hooked up the cable to the tree. So
Hey, strong people.
even though it's
Love it.
From what we've learned from our most recent Dante episode, Dante's pretty strong. So could Dante and Stitch working together like pick up a car?
I think Stitch could
Hell
easily
yeah.
lift it out of the
Yeah.
It's a Jeep. I mean, we saw Stitch throwing around a Volkswagen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a little bigger.
Not really. He's good. Yeah. Stitch kind of looks at the car, goes over, grabs its bumper, and then easily just yoink.
Okay. Well, what happens is you grab the bumper
Would you like to look
and like push up, and you end up pushing yourself down into the mud. You're beginning to see why this thing didn't move.
Okay, I walk up to the tree, go to
He's
the
like-
rope, and I start pulling it by the winch.
Basically,
Okay.
Stitch's head is the only thing visible.
Just
In the
your
mud.
head and your arms like touching the
No,
bottom
it
of
was
the
it
bumper.
was just one arm. He was only using one arm.
All right, so Dante heads down to the bottom of the hill, grabs the metal cable with both hands, and with a solid yank, pulls the Jeep down the hill and catches it before it hits the tree. The Jeep is now free, and it has a charge and plenty of gas. So you guys have a Jeep, and Stitch is in the mud.
Yay!
And I'm driving.
Okay, Dante jumps in to where the driver's seat was, leaving poor Dennis Nedry and the driver's seat lying on the mud.
Stitch is gonna try and slowly wiggle using quicksand techniques. Swim. Don't try to stand on it.
Okay, so Stitch manages to extricate himself from the mud.
Yes. And then he does the doggy shake all over everyone.
Yay!
I imagine you wait until everyone is in the Jeep and then you do it.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so you guys get in the Jeep and
So is
begin
Dante
to...
just crouching?
I still want to be sitting on top of you. But now you're all muddy, so I have to rethink my choice.
Oh, your clothes are already fucked. What do you care?
And no, you be chair, I drive.
No.
No.
I better driver. And he grabs the steering wheel.
and I put my hand right on top of him and just like shove him underneath my butt to sit on.
And chomp.
I'm like, bad dog.
So basically, you guys are turning into a Looney Tunes style fight cloud.
Stitch is gonna grab the stick, put it in I guess reverse.
Okay.
Or it's like going back in the mud.
That would go back.
He's gonna put it in drive.
Okay. Yep. So during your guys flailing, the vehicle goes into drive and begins rolling forward.
Oh, just sit in my lap. I'll let you brake, okay? God.
He's gonna wiggle out from under Dante's butt and just like sit on the accelerator.
Okay.
Or that one. I don't
I
care.
Can also,
The Jeep.
I can also
The Jeep
drive.
leaps.
Maybe I could drive.
The Jeep leaps forward. All of you are sort of thrown backward, except for Stitch, who's sitting on top of the accelerator. And you guys are seeing like this thing is heading really, really fast through the jungle. What do you do?
Why are none of you wearing your seatbelts?
I want to make a vehicle roll to see how good of a driver I'm being.
A vehicle roll.
Okay.
Do you have vehicles?
Yes,
Please do not
I
make this
do.
vehicle roll.
Can I assist, or am I actually being the opposite of assisting?
You are not assisting whatsoever.
Can I lean out the window and like, I don't know if I have anything powerful enough to, I could like shoot tree branches with my gun. What can I do to help out, like to clear a path?
I got a green, Dan.
Okay.
Can I lean out the window and scream for someone to help us? Please, God, somebody help us. There's a tiny rabbit thing at the wheel of this car.
So you guys have a terrifying high-speed journey through the jungle. You're sure that the axle of this Jeep is like shot to hell, by the time you're done hitting what feels like every single fallen log and sizable rock and maybe sleeping dinosaur on this island. However,
Just please tell me you guys are following Hellboy's directions.
Yeah, I'm like, please turn right at the next. Oh, we just passed. Okay, well, never mind. Up ahead, you're gonna see
Rerouting.
with Mordin giving directions, Dante does manage to go in the correct trajectory. Eventually, the signal leads you to an area of higher ground overlooking some lower ground, and you see that down below you is a long, low building that was built in 3 wings radiating from a central point. The design is obviously supposed to evoke a mix of styles. There's like modern-looking concrete combined with tiki-style roofs. From what you can see, there's an obvious entrance in the front, sitting at the top of a short concrete stairway. But from the looks of it, there may be an entrance in the very rear of the building at the end of one of the wings. The android signal is coming from inside the building.
We didn't know what Demona said they were fighting here. Did she probably just the dinosaurs or what?
She said monsters.
Probably Phyrexian.
Monsters. Okay. Oh yeah, and they said
that is it still going?
I imagine it stopped.
They said that the Phyrexians were on this world, right? And that was why Demona and
that's
the team
correct.
came.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
yeah,
they
I
are
was gonna say if it's just dinosaurs, we can just go through the front door because who cares? They're just animals. But yeah, if the Phyrexians are here, maybe we should try a slightly more stealthy approach. Is everybody down for some? I'm down for some stealth, slipping in through a back way, that kind of thing.
I'm inclined to agree with the demon unicorn.
You guys are going to head in through the back then? Phrasing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm naked, so yes, phrasing.
Why are you fully
Yeah, what
naked?
happened to your pants, dude?
Dude, you can't skip
Well,
ahead.
at this point, why keep wearing them?
Yeah.
Just because you want fan art, you can't skip ahead. You gotta earn that fan art.
Yeah,
Liz.
no, I veto that.
I'm wearing
willing-
pants and boots. There.
Okay, that's fine.
And
That's
a
fine.
boot.
It's like,
You got to take this one step
it's
at
like
a time.
that bit. It's like that bit in Planet of the Dinosaurs when that one dude takes his shirt off for a perfectly logical reason and then never puts it back on again.
I don't know that I've ever seen Planet of the Dinosaurs.
Oh, you should. It's fucking terrible.
Okay, great. Anywho, speaking of planets of dinosaurs, why don't you all go ahead and roll me? I imagine are you getting out of the Jeep, or are you going to be so that you can like move in quietly on foot? Or
Yeah, let's get out of
Okay,
the
that was the
Jeep.
plan.
Yes.
No, we're
So-
gonna sneakily drive the Jeep in the back door and
Yeah.
down the hall.
no. Specifically, Stitch will sneakily drive the
Right,
Jeep.
yes.
I could.
All right, let's see some agility checks with a bonus for stealth.
Stitch
I
is
have-
just gonna ride on Dante's shoulders as usual, but I assume you want me to roll as well.
I sure do.
Okay.
I have stealth because I cheat. I have all the skills. I'm a Dr. Spy. Dr. Spy, hacker, alien.
I got a green.
Technology.
I gotta go.
I got a green asshole.
Wow, greens all around.
Let me see, what did I get? Sorry. I was just singing my song. I wasn't actually looking at what I rolled.
Second song. from
Yellow.
Colin. Very good. You guys actually like look pretty together and pretty like commando-ish as you head down the hill and work your way around the side to the back of this building. You can hear the usual sort of like hooting and bird/lizard-like noises emanating from the jungle around you, but no one seems to have noticed your approach.
See, this is what I was talking about when we hit the Triceratops. I was talking about everybody being sneaky, just like this, just like we're doing now.
You guys can see that there is indeed a single entrance in the back. It looks like a maintenance entrance. What do you do?
Enter.
Who's entering first?
We press the A button.
Yeah, I'll lead the way.
Oh, so much phrase.
Unless anybody else wants to.
You step into a room which is largely dark at this point. Turning on your Omni Tools flashlight and
Not for me, motherfucker.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
Actually,
can see just
I don't want to turn on the flashlight. I just
Okay.
want to move through the dark if that's okay.
Yeah, I
fine.
appreciate that.
Archer looking around. You can see, and actually Stitch too, because you
I'm-
can see in the dark.
I have night vision. Yeah.
The two of you can see that you're in a room with these kind of slick tiled floors and a lot of like metal countertops and cabinetry. It looks like some sort of kitchen. And there's like, a couple of what look like, doors that lead into walk-in refrigerators, but you can see that there's a door at the far end. What do you do?
Keep on moving, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop real quick and listen and see if I can hear anything that sounds.
I'm gonna
something
collaborate.
Like, something like this.
No.
That sounds
just-
like an excellent idea. Why don't all of you give me intuition rolls
What about hearing?
Stitch, you can roll your enhanced senses. Mordin and Dante, you guys are going to be at -2 because it's so dark, but Archer, you are suffering no penalty.
That's it.
This is an intuition.
Intuition with a bonus for perception if you have it.
Fuck these dice.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, they're out.
All right, so Stitch is oblivious.
Yep.
I got a
think-
green.
I think Stitch is looking at all of the like nice kitchenware that he could make so much noise with right
Yep.
now.
Yeah, there's these pots and pans hanging from a nice little hook. Oh man, you're like scratching yourself like a junkie.
That's a motherfucking red for Sterling Archer of the typical intuition.
Okay, great.
I got a yellow.
And Mordin, you said you also got a yellow.
I got a green.
As you guys are moving quietly through this kitchen, all of you except for Stitch hear this weird
Oh yeah.
coming from somewhere in the kitchen. It's kind of hard to pick out though. But Archer, as you're rounding a corner,
Wait.
Yes.
Are there raptors in the kitchen, Dan?
As you round a corner, Archer, you can see down the way there are indeed
Dan.
velociraptors in the kitchen.
All up.
Are there raptors in the kitchen?
Archer, you see that there's 3 velociraptors down a short little corridor in the kitchen, and they are moving toward you guys silently, except for the click of their single long claws on the kitchen floor.
How far away?
They are, I'm going to say, about 20 feet down.
Sniper rifle seems a bit much, but also quiet.
Yeah, they're moving as though they see you. They're clearly like stalking you. You know, they're sort of like moving with you, gradually getting closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the sniper rifle.
All right, cool. So Archer, you slowly reach into your bag, pull out the sniper rifle, begin to set it up against your shoulder, and then from directly behind you, you hear a growl.
Clever girl.
Thank you. Oh, Miles, you're my favorite.
You're welcome for that.
I was like, this had better work. All right, Stitch,
12.
Mordin,
5.
Dante,
9.
Archer.
7.
Archer, you basically have the surprise round because you and the Raptors are the only ones that know the fight is happening right now. But yeah, you realize that you've sort of like crept a little closer to those 3 you saw earlier, and 3 more snuck around behind you. So you're right in the middle of 6 Raptors. What do you do?
I drop the sniper rifle and pull out the assault rifle.
Okay, cool.
And start shooting.
All right, go for it. Are you shooting for one of the ones in front of you or one of the ones behind you?
Oh, one of the ones behind
Okay, cool.
Is Chris Pratt going to show up in a few minutes and be really upset with us?
No, because we don't talk about that abomination, thank you. That is a yellow.
Very good. Where would you like to shoot the Velociraptor?
For the sake of variety, we'll say between the eyes.
Between the
How about
eyes.
that?
I'm going to make an endurance check. Ooh, and very much succeeds. Your shot more grazes the top of its head, but it looks really painful. And there's a pretty considerable amount of blood that comes out of it. All of you in the kitchen right now suddenly hear a growl followed immediately by a burst of automatic weapons fire. And you can see the kitchen is sort of lit in these lightning bursts from the assault rifle as Archer is firing at what look to Dante and Mordin to be these large, dark reptilian shapes. The Velociraptors are going to attack. I'm going to...
They're alligators on crack! Kill them!
I'm going to say that 3 of them are going for Archer. Archer, you are getting hit twice and you can dodge neither.
Okay.
So you take a
Can I block?
You can try to block one of them if you wish, yes.
That is green.
Okay, so
minus 4 CS.
yeah, so you give yourself yourself a shift 0 body armor. Not good enough to block anything, I'm afraid. You get some vicious gashes in you for a total of 40 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
No.
One Velociraptor then goes after each of you, peeling off from the main pack. Mordin, you are getting attacked. You may attempt to dodge or block. Dante, one of them hits you really hard, and you need to make an endurance roll.
Ow.
I'm dodging.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Great. So this thing hits your force field for 20.
Ouch. 20. All right. Still good.
I got an 86.
Dang.
Let's
Okay.
just say, I got 112.
Yeah.
So you are not immediately knocked out by the force of this thing hitting you. It does, however, hit you for 20. So that's the end of the surprise round. So we are at the start of normal combat now with Stitch.
All right. Stitch has got one right next to him, right?
He sure does.
But he also saw that Archer just got, like, ganged up on.
Yep.
Fucked
So
up, yeah.
he's gonna grab a pot, use it as the helmet, and grab a ladle and scream, "Ohana!" And he's gonna just like run past his raptor and go attack one of the ones.
Kit, the
chomp
way
at Archer.
It's called a ladle.
way-
What is
the
with
way-
you Mulkerins
the
tonight?
way you pronounce ladle is
Oh,
adorable.
ladle? Did I say ladle?
Yep.
My bad.
Uh,
That's gonna be yellow.
All right, the force of your charge knocks the raptor off its feet and sends it flying through the air, where it hits the side of a metal cabinet with a resounding bang. It falls to the ground and does not get back up. Dante.
Well, I'm pissed. So I take my sword and I get ready to run it through the thing that just attacked me.
Okay,
Aha, green.
very good. We are at Archer.
I'm shooting, for God's sake.
Okay. At the same one, I take it?
Yeah, we'll go for that
Cool.
one. Was that one of the ones that hit me?
Yes, it was.
All right, then yes, most certainly. Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Okay, great. So we are at the Velociraptors, so they are all attacking. Archer, fortunately, Stitch managed to take out one of yours, so you're only getting eaten twice this round.
My last.
Woo!
You are last. Good old Lasty.
Come on, Lasty.
Archer, both of them are going to hit, but you can try to dodge or block one of them.
I will dodge.
Cool.
I will successfully dodge.
What'd you get?
Yellow.
That will successfully dodge one of them. The other one tears into you for 20.
Jesus Christ.
And then
All right, guys. Seriously, this dinosaur thing not fun anymore.
we
really.
have one going for Dante.
They're getting less cool each time they bite you.
Or step on you.
They're like ocelots, but worse.
Stitch and Mordin, you guys both managed to dodge around the ones trying to claw at you. Dante, you, however, end up taking another hit for 20.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need some Metagel soon.
All right, Mordin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna jump over to like where Archer is, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna start screaming at them at the top of my lungs.
Okay.
Ah!
What?
A new
Yes.
tactic.
I've learned
You
that their claws can't pierce my force field.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, come at me, bros. And I'm
Cool.
gonna cryoblast one of the ones that was going after Archer.
Mordin, there are two raptors going for Archer. One has been shot, one has not.
I'll cryoblast the one that's been shot. Yellow.
All right. It is not frozen. It does, however, take 30 cold damage. Okay, Stitch.
All right. He's gonna run over to the raptor that's harassing Archer, but hasn't been injured yet.
Okay.
He's gonna try and jump on its back, use the ladle as like a that one of those horse bits,
Okay.
and try and use that to like tame it like a stallion.
To try to steer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to ride every dinosaur we come across?
I
Gotta
didn't-
go back and, like, make a raft out of Dilophosaurus's or something.
Giddy up.
Oh,
All
we
right.
should have made it. We should have made a seat out of Dilophosauruses.
Go ahead
That
and roll.
also probably would have smelled though.
Yeah, that's true.
Not right
Well,
away.
that
Not
was-
right away. Not right away.
That was kind of a foregone conclusion with that G. Stitch, roll me a strength roll.
Oh fuck yes, I love you, Cthulhu dice. Red.
Stitch, you can make that dinosaur go and do whatever you want.
All right, I have broken her.
What do you make her do?
I'm gonna like pull it away from Archer, and then I'm like, whoa, and then I'm gonna like stroke his face to try and calm it down.
Okay. That Velociraptor is effectively no longer in the fight.
It's very confused.
Yep. It's feeling a lot of things right now. Dante,
I still have a raptor on my butt, right?
you sure do.
I'm gonna slash at it again.
All right.
Is this the beginning of you not wearing pants? I hope so.
So we'll see how it.
We all hope
You know
so,
what?
kid.
I'm gonna use karma on this.
Okay.
This is like strip poker, but strip league for Dante only.
I'm gonna bring that up to a red, and I'm gonna tell you the setup. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I see Stitch tame something, and I'm like, well, Jesus, my dog can do that. I can do that. So instead of a ladle or whatever, I take my sword and try to put it over the raptor's head and in its mouth, and
Oh
God.
no.
yeah,
What?
it becomes a mess.
Yeah, you cut the top of the raptor's head off.
Oh god.
Roll for your
I just
spin-
go Damn it! I didn't get a demon root.
Okay. But you got something much better.
Yes.
A headless
I love
dinosaur.
this idea of Dante having confidence issues because of Stitch.
Okay. Kit's broken. So it's Archer's turn.
All right. I look at Mordin and Stitch. Good job, guys. Great job containing it. Great teamwork. Now allow Sterling Archer to finish the job. I drop a grenade and dive for cover.
Okay.
Well, we are all around him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
Actually, Mordin, I think you're the only one who's still close enough to be within the grenade's blast
Yeah.
radius. So why don't you give me an agility check?
Yeah, I rolled a 99.
Nice,
I knew you could do it, man.
Mordin. You
That's why you
dive-
dropped the grenade, because you knew it was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I had faith in you.
Yeah.
Mordin, you
Appreciate
dive in slow motion right between a countertop and some hanging pans as the grenade goes off, catching
There's
both.
no time for slow motion. I should have dived in regular motion.
The explosion catches both raptors in it. What's the damage on that, Miles?
25.
25. The raptor that Archer was shooting is now down. The one that had been biting Mordin is still up but damaged. I'm going to say that the remaining raptor is going to turn and run away. Because there is a big old bang, and all of them are dead except for one, which is being ridden by something that should be prey and is not. This did not go according to plan.
Does this
So-
mean we get a Velociraptor pet?
I have a
proven it-
Velociraptor mount.
Has Stitch proven itself to be the alpha among the raptor pets?
Clearly.
At the moment, the Velociraptor is not attacking, and Stitch is on top of it. You can take from that what you will.
I, as Kit, will name it Old Lace.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, kid.
I
You're
love
the
Old
best.
Lace. She's my favorite character in that whole series.
Dude, it'd be awesome if it actually was. Dan, make this happen.
Okay.
Make it a telepathic dinosaur from the 87th century. Damn
With a
you.
nose ring.
That's
I
right.
think that's right.
Okay, so now what?
This is League.
It is League.
Yeah, I guess we I don't know, poke around the kitchen. Anybody want some like mac and cheese or something?
No, I would love some of that, but maybe after you give me some of that stuff that you gave me earlier that did heal things.
Yes. Anybody want some Metagel?
I need some.
All right, cool. I can heal 50 HP to each of you.
All right, that's 2 more doses of Metagel.
Yep, I have 1 dose left.
So you guys proceed from the kitchen into the building. This building, you can see now that you're out of the kitchen, is obviously a visitor's center. You're passing through a cafeteria. You're seeing several displays featuring a colorful anthropomorphized DNA strand that talks about apparently how this facility cloned several species of dinosaurs. From the abandoned and wrecked look of the building, something has clearly gone awry here. Eventually, the signal that you guys are following leads you to what looks like the main control room for this facility. There's just a single metal door with a window with kind of the, X-shaped wires inside of it that leads into the room.
Cool. Yeah, we head in.
So, Mordin, you open the door. You immediately see that inside there's a human woman with a bow aiming an arrow directly at you.
Okay.
Her eyes sort of fix on you momentarily and then flit over the other 3 in your party.
I'm
looks
naked.
back-
Don't shoot.
It occurs to me if I walk in a room, people might think I'm a dinosaur in like dull
Yes.
light.
She looks back at Mordin and says, "Are you from the League then?"
Yes, and you are?
She seems to take in what you just said, nods, and steps back, putting her bow, like sort of lowering her bow, allowing you to completely enter the room. You can see that she's athletic. She has long brown hair tied in a braid that has begun to grow messy from the presumably intense physical activity she's had to engage in on the island.
Does she enthrall us with her motivational speaking?
No.
I heard the
Nope.
British
Did I
accent,
see
and so
you
that
in
made me
Vegas?
think.
Yeah, that confused me
Uh,
too, but I just thought I'd give it a shot.
Her clothes, from her green tank top and brown shorts to her hiking boots,
Oh.
spattered in mud and torn in several places. She's wearing a pair of round, dark sunglasses and has
Oh.
several holstered pistols. Although if she's,
Why does she have a bow?
Oh,
that's
God.
what That's what she does in the newer games.
The reboot. Oh, the fan fiction is just out the roof right now.
Oh,
Goodbye,
God.
Zelda.
Yep.
As she lets you, after the four of you have stepped in, she shuts and locks the door behind her before pushing a heavy metal desk in front of it. You can see that the room is filled with numerous desks, each one topped with a 90s era desktop computer, although one of the desks has been cleared off to make room for who you assume is another member of the League. This guy is unconscious. His age is hard to place. He's deeply tanned from many long days in the sun. He looks like he's maybe in his 30s or 40s. He has short brown hair. He's wearing an outfit kind of reminiscent of a cowboy. He has a brown trench coat, kind of colorless shirt, bandana, denim jeans, boots. His breathing is visibly labored, and he sports several cuts, the worst of which extends diagonally from just under his rib cage to the top of his pelvis. It looks like some basic first aid has been performed, but he's not in great shape. Standing near the unconscious man is another figure. This one is wearing bright, advanced-looking armor, which is colored red, white, and black, including a dramatically horned helmet with a blue crystal in the center.
And you're my favorite. You're my favorite.
And long blonde hair that flows down past his knees.
I get the feeling I'm really happy I don't know who this is. Probably from some anime.
Most immediately apparent is the fact that it looks as though his left arm was ripped off below the elbow, exposing wires and a mechanical endoskeleton underneath. The woman who let you in answer to your question, Mordin, says, "I'm Lara Croft. That's Zero over there, and our less talkative friend is Roland Deschain. I don't believe we've met."
I'm going to...
Sterling Archer, secret agent. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
I'm going to start tending to Roland.
Okay.
I'm not going to even probably bother introducing myself. I'm just going to start talking out loud like, coming in and out of consciousness. Wounds seem about a day old at this point. Chance of infection. This needs some extensive work.
The one introduced as Zero looks at you and says, you have some knowledge of human anatomy, I take it?
I am the very... No, I won't. I'll skip the song. Yes.
As he asked Mordin that, I'm gonna just like come into the picture. And he's like, he's only had the best specimens to work on.
Is Dante gonna think that Zero's a girl?
No. I'm totally posturing for Lara.
As I did when I first played.
No,
Mega
as
Man
me and
X.
Dan did when we first played Mega Man X. We thought Zero was a girl totally for the longest time.
Oh.
It was, in all fairness, our first exposure to long-haired bishy guys in Japanese media, so we can be forgiven for that.
So, Lara, you seem British, and I'm totally into that.
She turns her attention away from Mordin working on Roland and says, how did you find out that we needed help?
So I don't know if you've met this lady. She has wings and other things. I don't want to use the term gargoyle because it kind of seems like a pejorative. But, far be it from me to be disrespectful to women.
Lara's jaw clenches when you start talking about her. And she says, Demona, yes, she turned on us.
Demona, a traitor? Who could have seen this coming? With a name like Demona.
I don't know if she's been infected by Phyrexia or is just a damn coward, but she waited till we were surrounded by some of those dinosaurs, stole our device from us, and took off. Roland took a nasty hit to his abdomen, and Zero had his arm torn off. It was all we could do to fall back here. We should get back to base and make sure Demona isn't planning something even worse. If she is infected, she could be trying to disrupt our whole operation.
I say,
well, that's not optimal.
And the base is pretty much completely undefended at this point.
This is correct, sir.
Zero says, Lara, we can't abandon our original goal here. He faces you and says, we originally came to this world because Phyrexia was obviously interested in it, despite the fact that it was well off their normal path of conquest. We investigated and we found that they're after something on this very island. We think that there's something here that could turn the tide of this whole conflict. If we get it, we can finally start pushing back against them, but if they get it, there could be no stopping them. It's clear from the tone of the conversation that this is a discussion that they've been having for some time now.
Right. I say, well, what do you know about this thing that they're seeking? How do we know that it's important? Because we know that Demona is a threat to the base, but we don't know that this thing they're going after is actually going to help us.
Lara says, my thoughts exactly. And Zero says, whatever it is, we know that it was important enough to them that they wanted to keep their operation here a secret, and they diverted forces to do so. Neither of those things really fit with Phyrexian behavior unless they're really interested in something.
Mordin, give me the thing.
What does that mean?
The thing, the Dance Revolution.
I say, my Omni tool is in my arm. I cannot take it off. It's grafted into my body.
No, the DDC, you dumbass.
What are you going to do with it?
Stitch sees it.
I'm going to find the extraction
point. Do you know how
point
long it took me to get a hold of this thing?
Stitch narrows his eyes from atop his raptor.
He's like, that's where the thing went.
Little blue thing, I swear to God. You so much as touch this thing again, and I'm going to kill you.
The raptor growls at Archer when he threatens Stitch.
Not kill. Chastise.
Who can't pronounce words now?
Mordin, give me the DDC.
I hand it over.
You keep treating that guy. I'm going to find the extraction point. Dante, there's got to be some booze in this kitchen somewhere. Find it.
Booze or...
I thought you wanted to loosen the mood.
Okay. I start frantically searching for alcohol.
Searching the computer room for alcohol. All right.
Yes.
You never know. There might be a flask.
All right.
Brandy.
The kitchen. Search the kitchen. Where's the extraction point, man?
So you're scanning for one. It looks like the closest one is the one you guys arrived in. There is another extraction point on the island, but it's further out than the one you guys came from.
Do you guys have any idea where the stupid thing you're looking for is?
Zero says, yes, we know exactly where they're headed to.
Is it anywhere near these coordinates?
Zero glances at it, kind of shrugs and says, that is the general area that they were heading to. It's probably not exact, but it would be in that direction.
All right. You guys got to stop arguing and realize that everybody here is a total badass. Not as badass as me, but still badass. We can go over to this extraction point, find what we're looking for on the way, and then get out and stop that demon chick from whatever the hell it is she's doing.
Mordin, why don't you roll me some reason with treatment?
I got 10 karma left.
How bad do you want Roland to wake up?
I want Roland so bad, you don't even know.
Yeah, me too.
I'll spend my 10 karma.
Okay.
Yes.
How badly do the fans want Roland to wake up?
Should Mordin spend his karma?
Yes.
Use hashtag Roland yes. Or
hashtag Mordin's karma.
Yeah, I got a yellow.
Okay. So you see to his wounds, run a scan. You manage to patch him up much more quickly and efficiently than Zero and Lara were able to. After a couple of minutes...
Future medicine, bitches!
After a couple of minutes of your ministrations, you see his eyelids begin to twitch, and then slowly his eyes open. He visibly sort of like jerks up when he sees you, but he seems to like take you in almost immediately and sort of recognize what you are despite your weird appearance. He looks down at his stitched up abdomen, looks back at you and just sort of nods and says, "Thank you, Sai."
Oh, I want to respond in Dark Tower speak, but it doesn't make sense. I have a translator. Do I have a translator?
Yeah, you do.
Can I speak Dark Tower? Can I speak like mid-world talk?
Sure.
Can I call him Macaulay, my dear heart?
You can speak high speech.
The high speech? Oh,
yeah.
You have forgotten the face of your father.
He shoots you. No. He actually doesn't have his guns. Apparently he lost them in their flight for their lives.
How many fingers does he have?
He has 8 fingers altogether.
Okay, great.
So
are you counting thumbs, Dan? Are you one of those people who doesn't count thumbs as fingers?
No, I am counting thumbs.
Okay, good. I'm like, his thumbs aren't fingers. Yeah.
Who the fuck says that?
People say that. They're wrong. They're fingers.
That thumbs aren't fingers?
Yeah.
Colin sounds very indignant about this.
Because thumbs are fingers. I don't even read the Dark Tower series, and I fucking am mad about that.
I don't think
anyone in the Dark
that doesn't
Tower
have anything
series.
to do
That
with
doesn't
it.
do with the Dark Tower series. I just thought Dan was being coy.
No, I wasn't being coy.
So he doesn't have any guns. What good is he to us? I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a fair question.
He can be
but I can give him
he can
some.
be like a stick slinger.
Oh my god.
I would like to, as soon as it becomes clear that he's a fellow gun user, I would like to offer him my pistols.
All right. He looks at it, inspects it, like slides the magazine out, looks at it, puts it back in, glances in the chamber, raises it up, points it, glances over at you and says, don't clean this much, do you?
Hey, look, I have hobbits for that.
He looks at you strangely, sort of shrugs and says, long days and pleasant nights. Archer has presented an alternative that you guys can decide to pursue if you wish. He has said that you guys pursue the more distant extraction point and attempt to cut off the Phyrexians in the process before returning to Eternia. Does anyone else have any other plans that they wish to put forward?
I'm down with Archer's plan. We got like 8 of
Go
us,
for it.
so yeah, I think we're good.
I think it's good.
Or
Cool.
7? 7 of us. I can count.
7. Thumbs don't count.
But raptors count, right?
That's
Raptors
true.
count.
Oh, there are 8 of us.
All right then. Stitching yourselves together, catching a breather, finding some alcohol in the kitchen. You all prepare to head off in search of Phyrexians, in search of whatever they are after, and in search of a way back to Eternia, in the hope that you are not too late to stop Demona. And that's game. Extraordinary League is produced by Miles Schneiderman, with logo design by Colin Mulkerin.
Special thanks to Kevin MacLeod for our theme song, which is called Motherload. You can find his works at www.incompetech.com.
You can follow the Smash Fiction Podcast on Twitter at SmashFicPodcast and search for us on Facebook and Tumblr.
Subscribe on iTunes, and if you leave us a good review, we shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
If you have any suggestions, feedback, or other contributions, send them to us at smashfictionpodcast@gmail.com and help us continue the fight.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry,
Nice.
I'm emptying out my dice bag, trying to find my jewels.
Ooh, what is rolling my massive die?
There's more?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I got a lot of dice. There's gonna be a couple more handfuls. There's another handful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me another one. Give me another one, Colin.
Oh yeah, come on, hold on one sec. I got 2 more
One
handfuls
more.
in here. So
You got 2 more. Oh, give me 2 more, baby.
Alright.
Come on.
There's one more.
Ah!
Oh God.
And one more. Hold on. Hey, that was the die I was looking for finally.
On top of Old Smoky.
Alright. Now all my dice are on my desk.
All right, great. So you
I need
didn't
a
need to
six.
roll dice for this one, so good
Oh
job.
great. Good thing I did that.
Sploosh.